What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Shock and Awe Toy Reviews. Two idiots, one camera, and a review. I am one of your reviewers. Wilson, sitting next to me is the big bearded thunder himself.
Mr. Berg, version 1.0.
And yeah, back to the original, baby. You can't beat the original.
You kind of can. That guy was sexy.
And in this review, we're taking a look at this toy. Mr. Berg, please tell us what this toy is.
Because I, much like Wilson, can never ever learn. We're looking at Ashley Wood's ThreeA Shaolin Cowboy from Jeffrey Darrow's comic of the same name, Shaolin Cowboy.
We don't really care about the box. First, why don't you explain why you can never learn? For people who may not have seen far back.
I have bought many ThreeA toys. String divers come to mind, a couple others, and almost all of them have broke or had some issue at some point. The string divers especially broke multiple times.
Right. That was the big one I remember because we reviewed one of them.
We reviewed it and it broke on camera.
Yeah.
Or broke during
and I believe at that point you said
I was done. Well, that is until they said, hey, look, that toy you've always wanted since 2004.
Yeah.
And here he is.
The Shaolin Cowboy.
The Shaolin Cowboy. For those of you who don't know, Jeff Darrow made a comic for Burly Man Entertainment many, many years ago, and it was basically a Shaolin monk who is a cowboy who walks around beating the shit out of bad guys. And Jeffrey Darrow is an amazing artist.
Yeah, he's known for very intricate, detailed work. I believe I read that when he draws stuff, he draws on a huge canvas and shrinks it down.
Yeah, he draws, I think it's 2 times the normal size.
Yeah, for example, a car crash, he draws every little nut and bolt flying out of that thing.
So anyway, a long time ago, they came up with a comic company, the Wachowski brothers, and one of their 2 properties that I remember was Doc Frankenstein and Shaolin Cowboy.
I remember about those as well.
And Shaolin Cowboy just blew my mind away. And I always wanted a toy of him. I was never going to get a toy of him. And they made a statue. And I was like, fuck you. I want a statue. And they made one of those stupid pop vinyl, like you can move the head
left and right
kind of to get your pose right. And they're like, fuck you. I don't want a fucking shampoo bottle toy. And then 3A was like, oh, here, fuck you. Give us $200. And like, well, okay. And I'm not disappointed so far.
Let's also mention too, this is the fan winning vote for the month of February.
Yeah.
And I say fan winning because if you've seen the Skylinks review, that tied with this toy. And I decided, hey, it's only fair since it tied, we should do both. So let's go into it.
He is a 1/6 scale figure, aka 12 inches tall, roughly. And he's by Ashley Wood, who when he makes stuff, it looks right. I'll give him that. It always looks exactly the way it's supposed to. So this looks almost like a Jeff Darrow drawing come to life. The portrait head sculpt is amazing. I'm so happy. His shaved head has little dimples in the hair. The likeness is perfect.
Yeah, he's got that happy little cowboy smile that he has in the comic.
And he's got his signature cowboy costume, which is immaculate. I'll keep saying the entire time, it literally looks exactly how Jeff Darrow does it, but in real life.
It's all soft goods.
It's all soft goods, but even the soft goods are amazing soft goods. I don't know how they made a t-shirt or a cowboy.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like a miniature t-shirt.
It does, and it's dirty in certain areas.
It's dirty.
Like his belly.
They weathered it. He's got dirt and grime on it, just like he does in the comic. It's amazing. The pockets on his butt, like the stitching looks almost right at the scale, which is crazy. The belt is made out of a pleather that looks just like leather. The belt buckles are metal. They work. He's got his Swiss Army knife.
Look at the paint on the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah,
they did the little symbol.
Yep. The thing that really blew me away, his signature shoes, his Converse. Every little detail is there. The crisscross that's on,
like the sole of the shoe.
Is there.
They did the bottom too. They did it. Oh my God.
It's all painted and weathered just to look like the bottom of a dirty shoe. It's crazy. His pants have, like we said, there's dirt and grime in on the pants, like he's been walking through the desert like he is. There's dirt and grime painted on whatever that is, his sweater underneath.
Stitching in this piece too.
Yep, paint and sculpt.
Great.
Phenomenal.
So how about his movement?
As with most Ashley Wood toys and 12-inch figures, he has a super crazy articulated body. He has a ball joint down at the neck and at the top of the neck, so he can look up, down, back, around, get all kinds of wonderful hello. He has a fly shoulder joint, so his shoulder can move back and forward. They can do a 360. He has a bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows. He has ball and pin wrists, so he can move in any direction. An upper torso joint that works pretty well. He does have a padded fat tummy. He's actually a skinny body with a pillow under his shirt. So it does restrict the movement a little bit, but not really. It actually still looks pretty natural and looks just like a Jeff Drower drawing when he moves. So he does have the 2 torso joints. He has ball jointed hips. He can't quite do the splits because of his pants, but then most fat guys can't do the splits because of their pants. Swivel thigh, double jointed knees. He's even got a swivel on his ankle, so it swivels up here. Ball jointed ankle and gets crazy range in his foot. Very, very sturdy. None of his joints are loose. They're all nice and tight. He even does have ratcheted in the shoulders to help hold some of his poses, because he does come with some accessories that he likes to use in fight. Because he is a cowboy, he comes with his revolver, which is a spinning chamber where the bullets go. Removable holster, and then goes in holster, bam. He does come with a bunch of hands like most good 12-inch figures. He comes with 2 punching hands, 2 gripping hands, a gun trigger figure hand to hold his gun, and 2 relaxed hands. And they all just pop off really easy. And pop off that. Peg in. Slide in, and boom. Now he can hold his stuff. And what can he hold besides his trusty gun? His Shaolin Cowboy sword. Got some wearing etchings. The end is painted gold, looks great. It even comes with the weird totem thing that's on the end of it. I don't know what it is, but he draws it just like that. It looks perfect. And of course, snake! And there's his sword with all the little lines.
Looks rusty.
Rusty. Great paint job. And he can hold it. It's not going anywhere. Does he come with more? Is there more he could come with? Well,
Absolutely.
he has 2 fishing poles, which...
Is that what they are? I never noticed that.
Yes. And every little detail, again, the nuts, the rivets are on there painted. And then, because he's the Shaolin Cowboy and it's Jeff Darrow and it's crazy, he has 2 chainsaws, which are the same mold, but they have different paint jobs. So they
Of course they do.
have different blood splatter on the blades. They have different wear and tear all over the body. It says Kane in the comic, says Kane, buzz cut, buzz cut.
Well, question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think they mass painted 2 different ones?
I couldn't tell.
And each guy got 2 different.
Maybe. I don't think so, but...
I would expect at this price that not be the case.
Yeah. But then, the best part is, chainsaw hooks on that end, and chainsaw hooks on that end, and you have giant chainsaw bow staff of death that he can hold very easily.
Now, can he hold the chainsaws by themselves? Are they meant to be held by themselves?
He can. Look at me, Wilson. I am not the face.
Nice.
He also comes with 2 extra pegs in case you're worried that they break, which
You got 2 chances.
you got. So you have a total of 4. 2 he comes with, 2 extras. Don't break this. He comes with some useless Instructions, because apparently you put his gun in his holster like no one would ever have figured out. I put it in wrong.
Yeah, so you do need instructions.
Forgot to mention.
It cocks?
It cocks as well. Wilson's most favorite accessory is it comes with this lovely book that has 40 odd pages. Here's a lovely drawing of all the parts of a man.
That you can kill.
Yin yang on his ding dong. But it is crazily illustrated of all the ways that Shaolin Cowboy fights. It's got some lovely Chinese writing or Japanese writing, I don't know. But it does say Prius over there. It says no. It says Sam and Ivan Raimi. Le Pierre, Coq Violis. And even the book has fake wear and tear on it. Crazy.
We're pretty sure he does not pass the 1 foot test, considering we can't get him to try and we're too scared to continue to try because he's holding a fragile object.
If I took the sword out, I'd try.
For size comparison, we have him standing next to the Kingpin Build-A-Figure. And who's this guy down here?
That is Scourge the Executioner Marvel Universe 3 3/4 inch figure. So he's 12 inches about.
Kingpin can suck easy. Time for the bottom line. I am going to give him a solid 4 out of 5 hammers. Since this is a review, we always have to remember that these opinions are subjective to our certain tastes. And one thing I have a big problem with on toys is soft goods. I think this works the best out of almost anything I've seen. It evokes a feel of the kind of toys that I just didn't like as a kid. I just never really feel that cloth stuff works on toys. I feel softer rubber kind of things works. But the amount of detail and love that's been put into this toy, they have to have had a love for the property somehow. Unless Jeff Darrow's just like, you can make the toy, but you fucking make it the way I want you to make it.
He's such a nice guy.
I know, right? I love the way it looks. Everything's great. The articulation, that's fine. It works with the way the figure and the character's supposed to be. Amazing little details like the chamber part spinning and the fact that the gun actually cocks. Amazing. Like they didn't even have to do that, and he would still get a 4. I am a little worried about certain things breaking. A lot of stuff feels fragile. For sure, that sword I am terrified of touching. Very kind of flimsy and thin. The fact that they give you extra pegs knowing that, hey, this shit might break is always a bad sign. I'm surprised NECA hasn't started doing it, but they would have to like put a double of every part in their toys. I would pay to take the book off your hands, the tiny booklet. I love it so much. It's fucking hilarious. It's great. He was how much?
$220 is suggested retail.
Okay.
You can get him on Big Bag Toy Store for $210.
I would say at the retail price, he's probably overpriced still. I think he's out of my personal range of what I would pay for this kind of toy, but that's me.
I'm having a really hard time rating this guy because there's one thing I noticed that is so disappointing to me that they didn't include.
Is it 2 dogs?
It is not 2 dogs. So one of the things he does in almost every issue, and is even on the box, that hand.
This hand.
And he comes with an odd number of hands. Where's that hand?
Right.
And I didn't even notice it and think about it until I took him out of the box and went, oh, let's put that hand on. Oh, he doesn't come with it.
You sure that hand didn't fall somewhere?
There's not a spot for it in the box. And it's really bothering me because that would be the pose I'd have him in. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 5 because for less than $200 that I paid for him, he is perfect. He's everything I would want out of a Shaolin Cowboy toy. With the exception of those fingers, that hand. It's not a super deal breaker. I'm sure I'll get over it. It is totally overpriced, but it is in line with everything else in this scale, in this style of figure. They're all overpriced.
Gotcha.
And for an Ashley Wood figure that hasn't broke yet, I'm super happy. I cannot wait to have this guy standing next to my 12-inch Ash from Sideshow and my 12-inch King Zombie and my 12-inch Pinhead and my 12-inch Supernatural guy. I'm so happy.
You're almost in tears. You're so happy.
I'm just so afraid that he's going to break.
I understand that 100%.
Because
I'm scared for you.
Like, it's too good to be true after all this time to have a Shaolin Cowboy toy.
Yeah.
and it's a 3A, and I just know Ashley Wood's sitting there going, yes. Yeah, we could have made the sword rigid and metal. No, let's make it thin on plastic. I'm like, okay. Just look at that face. That face is so awesome.
Yeah,
He's
I know.
so happy.
He's so happy.
I have my supernatural guy out, and they're gonna fight tonight.
Nice. I want to see pictures. If you want to see those pictures, you can visit our Patreon page and see the lens content. Maybe we'll throw them up on our Facebook page, too.
I doubt it.
We'll see. It depends if Wilson gets those pictures or not. You know what I mean? That's the end of this episode. We hope you enjoyed this review as much as we enjoyed this toy, at the very least.
Yeah.
If you didn't, please comment below.
And fuck off.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. All the social media stuff is in the show notes, and as I mentioned already, you feel free to visit our Patreon page. Check that out. There is a lot of extra stuff, even
Extra
for
content.
$1. Yeah, for just $1 a month, you already get an extra review.
You could literally just give us $1, get a ton of extra content that's already up, and then not give us another $1.
Well, let's not give them that idea. That's fine if you do.
But there's always more content for the next $1.
And that's right. And if you want to
Or
freeload,
$5.
if you'd like to freeload and just watch what's up already on just the YouTube, that's fine too. We don't mind.
We appreciate each and every one of you. 42 views.
As many as watch whatever they watch, we appreciate. So until next time.
Buy this toy, maybe.